Oh my gosh, where to begin? So I'm sure we all know about the tragedy of the Titanic ship in 1912. The ship sailed to New York but crashed on the way due to an iceberg crash where many lives were lost that night. And this, of course, is one of the biggest events in history and is still even talked about today. Now, of course, as to other events in history, this led to people wanting to tell the story of the infamous tragedy from books where people interviewed attendants of the ship who experienced the tragedy and let them tell their stories of how the night went down, to even video games, such as Titanic Adventure Out of Time, where you play as a British agent and go back in time to the night of the sinking ship to prevent World War I, the Russian Revolution, and World War II from occurring. Yeah, I know it's a very weird plot for a tragedy like the Titanic. But the most famous adaptation of the Titanic has to be the motion pictures and the documentaries of the Titanic. The first footage of the movie was in 1912. It was a short film called Saved from the Titanic with Dorothy Gibson. She was a survivor of the sinking ship. After she returned home from the ship, she had to tell her story and started to work on the movie with her playing as a fictional character of herself experiencing the tragedy. This short film was the earliest version of the tragedy, preparing 31 days after the incident. And of course, the most popular adaptation being the 1997 movie, starring one of the kings of death in film, as you guess, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, which tells the romantic story of Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt-Bucketer, who fall in love during their trip on the Titanic, and as you probably guess, Jack dies during the sinking ship scene. I know. Classic DiCaprio movie magic. Anyway, this movie led to a box office of $2.257 billion, won many Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Directing, and even more. And now that that's out of the way, let's... Oh no. Please, no. Everybody's feeling fine 'cause it's party time. What is up, YouTube? I am back. It's been a while. I've been going through a lot with college and school, but yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm just chilling. I'm in Ohio right now. I'm doing a fun little job down here. I'm getting a lot of experience in theater and all that. Anyway, yeah, welcome back to the Mad Mikey's movie review. It's glad to be back doing this again. Now that this stupid song and introduction is over, I guess I should talk about this movie or musical. I don't know what to call it anymore. Anyway, the feature film today is a 2000 movie directed by Camillo Tetti, Titanic: The Legend Goes On. This is actually an Italian film and musical that was inspired by the 1912 tragedy. Now, this is the story of a young maiden who falls in love with a prince on the Titanic, and their love blossoms, I guess. Okay. Let's call the elephant in the room here. This is literally if Disney and DreamWorks 2D era characters were put on a ship, and Mickey was just like, all right, let's roll the film. Sorry, I lost my cool there. Anyway, this movie tells the story of many different passengers on the ship, but our main leading lady is Angelica, a poor woman who is attending the RMS Titanic as a servant to her evil foster mother and her stepsisters. Like, come on, can we please just be original? I mean, not even... no, I'm not gonna go there. Anyway. Throughout her voyage, she meets an upper-class rich man, William, who is attending with his nanny. And after meeting, William and Angelica fall for the first time, and William's basically on this cat and mouse chase to find her because he just can't get those pretty eyes off his mind, and he's determined to find his one true love. Yeah. Another thing to mention is Angelica lost her locket that her long-lost mother gave to her, and she wants to go to this ball, but she can't because she needs to find something that's appropriate and basically pretty for the ball. Yeah. Anyway, while on the ship, there are other characters that have their own stories, such as mice having their own parties and experiencing the Titanic while also helping the young maiden find her locket from her long-lost mother because, as one of them says, she is a nice lady and she loves animals too, so we have to do it. and staying out of a cat's digestion.
If it hadn't been for you, I would be now in someone else's digestion.
Yeah. That was a line from the movie, alright. Another story being these Cruella, Jasper, and Horace type characters trying to steal as many jewelry on the ship as they can and become rich by scamming other people, to even breaking into their rooms to steal diamonds and jewelries and other goodies. So during the ball, the ship crashes on the iceberg. You know, the actual storyline of the Titanic, or the actual events that actually happened during the Titanic. Anyway, the ship crashes onto the iceberg and goes through a long sequence of people falling off ships, screaming to their doom, and even singing on the ship as the ship sings. I mean, I guess why not? You could just go out with a bang, I guess. We'll do whatever you want. Anyway, during the sinking, William is supposedly missing after separating from Angelica to get her to safety, which left Angelica, the nanny, and a few other passengers on a boat to find shore. During the ride back, Angelica and the nanny try to find William in the water, hoping he survived. And when the nanny notices the locket and asks about it, we find the lady in the picture was the nanny. And you know what that means? She found her mother! Yippee! Oh man, what a great day! I mean, sure, the boat sank, but hey, you found your mother! I mean, could this even get better?
Mommy, it's William! Darling, it's me!
William's back! Woohoo! Let's go! I thought this was a tragedy. Anyway, the end. That's it, I guess. Now, even though movies like these make me upset, I don't always want to be the bad guy and just pick the stuff to hate, but this movie does, I have to make a huge exception from that. While watching the film, the first thing I noticed was, or as I mentioned before, it felt like a Disney and other early animation companies put their characters on a boat and just let them sing and dance. I mean, there were dogs and characters that looked like 101 Dalmatian characters, Angelica, who looked like Anastasia, but she's also Cinderella in the story, the evil stepmother or foster mother, whatever you call her, and her daughters, who are obviously knockups of the evil trio in Cinderella. And the story itself is honestly just all over the place, going from going into one scene about the lovers to the henchmen trying to steal the gold and jewelry, and then to the animals doing their own festivities and issues. I just couldn't keep up with which story to follow. Can we just have one storyline? Just, I don't know. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to mention that was one of the biggest tragedies is that this is kind of like a musical. Yes, I said this is a musical too. I guess it made sense, kind of like, of course, like the lovers find each other and there's like this huge, romantic type music. But I was not expecting rap music into this. And yes, I kid you not, rap music. It felt like Lin-Manuel Miranda's debut of music and film. And this was my favorite and funniest part of the movie because of this dog that just abruptly starts talking rhythmically. It puts on some 90s style clothes with a giant boombox in his hand, and he's like, yo, there's something you should know, and I'm gonna tell you, so don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show. And he's just making these big beats, like, my name's Big Mike, my name's Big Mike, I'm riding on my bike, and if you don't, I don't know. I don't know. I can't rap. My name's Big Mike and I'm here to say... My name's Big Mike and I'm here to say... Put on your shoes, it's time to party. We're rapping and singing with the dog and mice, so come on down and have yourself a slice. Yeah! Oh, that was bad.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyway, yeah, it was... I couldn't stop laughing the whole time. I mean... Not only the fact that the dog was just like singing and rapping on this, but all the animals were just into it. They were singing and rapping with, dancing with them. Like the mice were getting in on it. The cats were getting. The dog was too much. That dog just killed me. Like I did not expect him to start singing rhythmically and just dancing like a maniac walking down the shadow. I don't know. Other than the musical and story itself, the animation is honestly what you would expect from a movie that is trying to look like a knockoff version of Disney movies or, those normal animation movies. A lot of the same animation from characters in the ship overstays its welcome to the point where you're basically just seeing the same animation frames you just saw 2 minutes ago. And I think another funny thing to point out is that they tried to make like a 3D model of the Titanic every scene transition. Well, not every scene transition, but it was a lot of them, and it just looked like a lazy 5-minute 5-minute put together ship. Anyway, that's about...
Wait a minute, where are you going? The movie isn't over yet.
What do you mean?
Don't you want to know what happened to everybody?
What do you mean there's more to the story?
And here we have the ecstatic newlyweds, Angelica and William, together with Mother Nanny Jenny, Victoria, and the grandchildren. And the Dalmatians and their children were taken in by William and Angelica.
I guess I can't finish this review without talking about this last part. So what irritated me the most during this tragedy and deaths of many on the ship, not only did they have the lovers do their big final kiss and just threw the rest of the tragedy away after the kiss was over, but this movie had the nerve to throw in a "Where are they now?" after the tragedy. I don't even have to explain myself. Like, come on, where are they now? Like, what about everything that just happened? And we're just talking about, oh, where's our heroes now after they escaped the Titanic? I'm about to go off, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, this movie was a roller coaster of hatred, and after getting rid of this roller rapping musical tragedy of a movie, I decided to give this a 3 out of 10, and that's honestly nice. That's nice for me, honestly, when it comes to rating movies. The only thing I can say good about this is that it gave me a good laugh to the point where I fell off my chair, and I can vouch that my friend was watching me fall off the chair when I laughed. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's review. I know it's a little short, but I wanted to, throw in a little something, just like, show you all that I'm still here, I'm still working and trying to make some good content. This was actually a pretty fun one to do. I really like making movies. I don't make movies. I really like reviewing these kind of movies, and just sharing my own funny, silly little opinion, and just making everyone laugh. And I know it's a little bad. I'm gonna get better at this. Anyway, yeah, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the reason I wanted to come back and just show you guys my love and passion for doing these kind of movie reviews. If you have any movie reviews, any movie recommendations you want me to review, I definitely put them down in the comments, and I'll definitely look into the movie, watch it, and I will review it. And I might even give you a shout out, honestly. Like, why not? I'll give a shout out to one of my recommendation people, and yeah. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe to join the Mad Mikey Asylum, and as always, let me know if you have any movie recommendations, and yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.